Hi Capricorn and Capricorn Rising friends, Sandra from ForYourChi.com. We're here today to do your monthly Tarot and Oracle card reading for October 2021. Thanks so much for being here, and congratulations to you Capricorns. You did much better this month than you did the previous month. You came in 4th position for the most liked video, so make sure you're continuing to hit that like button so I don't have to record your video last. Okay, so let's get right into your reading. We have authority. Authority in your first house means that an alpha male has presented him or herself. Male is not sex. We're talking about energy here. So sometimes females can be the alpha. They can be the authority figure. This is the Emperor card in traditional tarot. It says that we have the big boss, the big daddy, or the big mama who is present in our life in some aspect as we start the month of October. What is the advice card? The Raven, magic coincidence, and synchronistic events this is talking about. So, an example of this would be you say this person's name and you haven't seen them in a while. So, you know, this could be like a big boss who is at another location, headquarters, and you work somewhere else at a satellite office, and all of a sudden they walk in the door and you're just like, whoa, did that just really happen? But that's an example of how these synchronistic events work with this Raven card. So keep an eye out for that. Your second house is your money. Now, money is a very important topic, but it's more important to a Capricorn, if you know what I mean. Firm foundations mean that you are in a good place. You're feeling good about it. You want more. Don't get me wrong. The Capricorn always wants more. But they are feeling better about money than they have in the past, which is good. We have the Wind Fairy here. I cannot remember the last time I pulled this card, and I love this deck and I use it all the time. I actually had to look at what this card said at the bottom because it's been so long. So the Wind Fairy talks about intellectual analysis, thoughts, and words. So you may be reading up on what to do with your money, different investments, how to move your money around, cryptocurrency. You could be looking into all of this at this time. Also, you might have partnered with a Libra or an Aquarius in this information. So you may be asking a Libra or an Aquarius that you know, hey, are you into crypto? You know, because they know more about it than you do, the subject matter. Okay, third house, brother, sister, new beginnings. So your brother or sister is starting something brand new in the month of October, or they get news that they're going to be starting something new. A new opportunity comes to them. What is the advice card? The Horse, which talks about helping, accepting help from another and delegating authority. So they are definitely not alone in this, and if they try to do this alone, it's not going to work. They definitely need some help. They may be reaching out to you and asking for your help. This may be involving that one of them, they're moving and they need your help physically packing up their stuff or something like that. So be prepared for that. Fourth house is your house of home, where you live. This could also be talking about your father or father energy. Patience and planning involves a pause. It's definitely not time to sell your house this month. It's not time to make a move. It's not time to do anything drastic like that. Not on the fly. It's time to pause and reflect about what you really want for yourself and your family in the future. Now, because the fourth house rules your father could also be in this pause moment himself, and if so, it is divinely orchestrated. You are needing to bring more joy into your home, however, so there needs to be more fun. Capricorns are usually all work and no play, work, work, work. They have a lot of work to do. However, it's time to take a time out and a break and do something that you really love. Whatever it is, Capricorn, okay? Your fifth house, okay. Fifth house rules social life. For those of you single Capricorns, it rules your dating life. Positive movement forward is a creative card. So this is definitely collaborating with like-minded people here, saying yes to social invitations that you're getting. This could be involved like doing some sort of fun group activity together, or even working on a creative project with some of your friends. Now, I like this novice card here. This is perfect. This is the number 5 card. It talks about innocence, beginner ignorance, new skill without practice, and unstable curiosity here. So going back to the project and the creative project, I like it as it pertains to the creativity in your 5th house, with your friends, with your circle, with people that you adore. Perfect. 6th house is work and health, Capricorns. Triumph. Okay, so Triumph is my Knight of Swords. It's the knight swooping in to do something. But usually it's not saving the day. So this could be a swift action that is needed on your part in some sort of a work capacity from you, or a Knight of Swords type energy may show up at your work to do something in a swift manner. Now, I don't always say trust the Knight, and we're going to get into the Knight in a bit, but as it relates to your work, this is very important. We're talking about work in the 6th house. We are not talking about primary relationships. We will talk about that in the 7th house, but right now we're talking about your work. This person is actually the dog, but not in a bad way. The dog in this deck talks about loyalty and unconditional love. So this person is definitely trustworthy that shows up. Now this also relates to your health, the 6th house. So if it's not talking about work, you could have a health situation or concern where you seek out help and the help arrives. Or maybe the help just comes to you and you're not seeking it out. But most of the time you have to seek it out, right? This could also be a person who's born year of the dog. Okay, so you might want to look into that if this is talking about your work. Okay, here we go, Capricorn, 7th house. We have a major warning here in your 7th house of primary relationships. For those of you that don't have primary relationships, you will definitely want to pay attention and be aware and be cautious of who comes at you at relationship-wise in the 7th house. You are in fear at this time with regard to a relationship. Now, it's going to be different for all of you. Some of you that are coupled, you are afraid to leave this person. You are afraid to make a move, but you are not happy. For others of you who are single, you are afraid for whatever person this is that's coming in. And I'm saying it like that because we pulled the Grail Knight. Now, I always say this, and I don't know if the last time I said it in a Capricorn reading. You don't really want to see a Knight, Capricorn, in your 7th house because you want the King. The King is stable. They sit on the throne. They have a castle. They have roots put down. The Knight is a wanderer. I don't like it in your 7th house. So pay attention for you single Capricorns, who shows up on the scene, who's trying to get with you, and what their intentions are. If I were you and I were single Capricorn, I would be holding those people at arm's length for a short time. They will have to prove themselves. Actions, not words, right, Capricorn? 8th house, house of intimacy, house of contracts, taxes, legal matters, the source of your significant other's income if you guys have that. Sacrifice says there's a lot of hard work that's being done, but not really much reward. So if you deal with contracts, that could be true for you. If you have a significant other who's bringing money into the relationship, that it feels like the money is too little for the effort that they're actually putting forth. This could also be true if you have a tax or legal issue. You're not really getting much back right now. We have another warning here. The advice card is the Wasp. So this is talking about anger, retaliation, and jealousy. This could actually be a block and that's why you're receiving very little, or your significant other is receiving very little at this time. So what I would do as a Scorpio, and I know that you're not a Scorpio, but I'm just saying if you need advice and help for this, what I would do is I would return this to sender. And all you have to do is return to sender, never to return again. This anger, this jealousy, return to sender. And keep saying it until it actually goes away. And that's a very powerful tool. I've never given that away on YouTube before. You guys are the lucky ones. 9th house, your travel, your school, for those of you that are in school. Rejoice and celebration. 3 of Cups card, okay. So definitely something to celebrate here. You may have already booked a trip to celebrate, and this may be booking a trip for the holidays, certainly. But whatever trip that you are planning on, or that you've booked, or that you're going on, it will be successful in October here. We have the Stag, which talks about pride and leadership. So there could be someone at your destination, and this could be true for those of you who are in school also, who are looking up to you. You know, you are the hardworking, fingers to the bone kind of Capricorn. The rest of the 11 signs are not like that. And they're like, oh my God, how does Capricorn do it? They have amazing time management. I need to ask them how they do it all. And, you know, I can just hear your answer now in the back of my head is, you guys don't sleep, or you work yourselves into an exhaustive type sleep, right? You don't take the shortcuts. Let's face it. 10th house rules the career, also rules your mother, for those of you who have mothers here on this planet, or mother energies, so stepmother or mother-in-law could be. Deception and envy. Now let me just say that the Taurus reading pulled this in this house. So if you have a Taurus rising, or if you're watching for your rising and you have a Taurus sun, you know, look at that reading. There could be an additional message in there for you. Deception and envy means someone's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. This could be totally related to your job, or this could be talking about your mother. Your mother may have someone who's trying to talk her into doing something that is not in her best interest. So you may, you know, need to be a line of communication and a voice of reason there for her, right? We have the Spider here, which talks about creative projects. Okay, so that's good news. So, you know, I feel like while someone still, well, for the majority of you, this is talking about your career. So there is a project at the end of this road. As soon as you get to the bottom of this, it will, I feel like, uncover something that has been hidden that you will need to deal with, but it's sort of like a happy surprise. So once you get rid of this person, and this person may have been your block so far, for all I know, Capricorn, right? And once you get to the answer in the bottom and perhaps move this person out of the way, then it exposes something here that needs your love and tender care. And you're quite happy to do it, quite frankly. This could also mean that your mother is going to do something creative in the, I'm hearing around the holidays, so, you know, she might join a group, a quilting group or something like that if she's good with her hands. 11th house rules your children. Okay, big message here. So I don't pull this card very often in this house. But when I do, some Capricorn of childbearing years conceives a child. So if you are a Capricorn of childbearing years and you do not want children, I would caution you to take more than one step of precautions here. And sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes you have a contract with someone, a child, that cannot be avoided. For those of you who do not have children, well, let me say this. For those of you who are not of childbearing years, but your children are older, this could mean that your child conceives or is about to conceive. okay? For those of you who do not have children, period, this could be talking about your best friend. Your best friend or one of your close friends could conceive. The hawk is here to magnify the fertility card message. I am serious. I am serious as a judge right now. This does not get any bigger than this. The hawk talks about signs and omens. So, you may have already seen signs and omens that a child is coming into your life. And if so, then this is your confirmation. I'm getting a very big, strong confirmation, and my husband always makes fun of me when I say that, but it's true. So, a child could be on its way to you or your family, your immediate family, okay? Big time. Big time, big time. 12th house, spiritual strength. So this presents a challenge to you, and it's in your future position. 3 months from now, Capricorn, look for it in the month of January. You are feeling extra challenged in January. However, this is nothing for you. You know, this is just a walk in the park, an average day. What difference does it make? You're going to get through it like you do everything else. You Capricorns are resilient. How are you going to get through this? You are going to rely on the good old-fashioned TRUTH, truth. Truth. Enough with the lies. Enough with the cover-ups. Enough with the fog. You need to clear it all out of your life, Capricorn, in the month of January, and get down to the good old-fashioned details and facts, which could be hard to get to the bottom of in this landscape, in this world that we're in now, but slowly, each and every day, the fog is clearing and lifting. I promise you, I can see signs and evidences of it every single day. The truth will prevail. The truth shall set you free, Capricorn. Many blessings.